Well, I don't think I've talked about this much on my channel, but about a year ago, last summer of 2020, I invested in this thing. It's called a flip phone. Some of y'all youngins may not know what it is, but you can call people on it, and it has actual buttons on it, I can see I can has a green button for calling and a red button for hanging up, and all I have to do is dial the number and I can call that person. And then when I want to hang up, I can well, you can program it in the settings. I have it programmed in mine. I can just hang up like this, and I don't have to touch any buttons. Now, some of you youngins out there, and by youngins, I mean people my age. I mean, I'm in my 20s. Um, I'm I barely qualify as a millennial anymore. I guess I'm more of a Gen Z myself, even though I don't always agree with the Gen Z. But anyway, I guess I'm a mixture of some of the beliefs of several generations. Although I guess I would tend to be more of a Gen Z myself. Although I don't come to a lot of the trends or the fads that a lot of the Gen Z people flock to these days. I mean, first off, I don't have a smartphone. Pretty much every Gen Zer now probably has a smartphone, or if they're not old enough to have a smartphone, their parents are probably going to get them one when they're in middle school. Um, I don't know if elementary schoolers have smartphones at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised given this day and age. So I just wanted to give an update on what life is like just having a little flip phone. And as you can see, this is Consumer Cellular. They're not paying me for this, but I like Consumer Cellular. Now the only problem I had was switching my phone number over, but I think any carrier would give that problem. I was switching over from Verizon, I believe it was. I used to be with AT&T, and then I switched to Verizon because I was on my family's plan. And so switching from Verizon, it was in my parents' name. I was listed under my parents' account. So to get my number switched over into my name was a little bit of a hassle, but I got through it. It was I had to get my mom's permission, and then she had to give me a code or something that was sent to her phone. Anyway, it took me a few days, I think, to officially get it switched over. But after that, it was fine. So if you go with Consumer Cellular, and I believe this is one of the cheapest monthly plans. Now you can get pay as you go. I don't do that pay as you go because I talk a lot on the phone, and I easily go over my 250-minute limit, which bumps me up to the unlimited plan, which is $5 extra a month. So I end up paying $25 a month for my phone plan. It's originally $20 if I do 250 minutes a month and unlimited texts. It's $20 just flat. Well, and some taxes and fees, probably $25. Well, it's about $24.50 by the time the taxes and fees are added on. But with that, I usually talk more than 250 minutes a month, so it goes up to about $29.50 after the taxes and fees are added in. So I can get below $30 a month for my phone bill, which I think is great. And honestly, having this thing, there's no access to the internet. And you know how much time I have saved? My screen time has gone down significantly since I have dropped the smartphone, and I don't have internet at my apartment now. So it has been wonderful. I tell you what, if you're thinking about getting a flip phone and going without internet, I say go for it because it's a great life. Well, first of all, I'm saving money on my phone bill. I'm saving money on my internet bill because I don't have an internet bill. I've been going I have found out. Okay, so I've been internet free in my home since the end of April. So that's May, June, July. 3 full months with no internet at my home. And I've been over a year without a smartphone. And I tell you what, it has been very freeing. I feel like I can, well, I mean, look at the books behind me. I have more time. I'm not distracted by the internet. I'm not distracted by all these little games that I used to play and all these things. You know, you might think of something and you start Googling it, and then I'll I would start Googling stuff, and then maybe an hour later I'd say, oh no, I fell down an internet rabbit hole, as I call it, and I just don't want to do that anymore because it's a it's really just a waste of my time, I think. And sure, I waste time in other ways without internet. I'm not saying the internet is just a waste of time, but I have noticed that I allow more time to read. I have a stack of books over there that well, a couple of them are fictional books, but I enjoy reading these stories. They're novels, and well, right, this yellow set right here is The Little House on the Prairie. I've been starting it right now. I'm planning to read that because I've had that set of books for probably, oh goodness, 12 years. I got it when I was younger, and I don't think I ever started reading these books. But now I don't have internet, and I said, you know, Stephen, I got to start reading these books because they're just sitting here. I almost took them to Goodwill because I said, I've had these for over 10 years and I haven't even started reading them. But I said, you know what? I can take the time to read these things. And it's big print, so I mean, it's not like it's going to take me forever to read. Now, I'm reading about a 300-page novel over there, too. Fictional novel. Well, I think it's based on true events, but it's a fictional story. And it's very interesting. I tell you what, I have been missing out on a lot of good stories. And it's in my opinion, I enjoy reading more than just watching a video because I feel like I'm like using my brain. I'm not just watching a video. I'm reading words. I'm having to comprehend them, and sure, you have to comprehend stuff when you're watching a video, but I feel like I can go at my own pace, and some of these novels are written 50 or 100 years ago, and they might use some old words, and and so I've been, you know, I might look up a word or something in the dictionary while I'm reading, and I don't have to. I don't feel obligated to finish a chapter like I would maybe an episode of Netflix, or um, I don't have to plan my schedule around around the episode on TV. Of course, I don't know if many people do that anymore because of Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hulu and Roku and all those streaming services. So, and also if the power goes out, I have books to read. It doesn't matter if the power goes out. I have solar power that I can flip lights on, um, so I can read whether the power's on or off. I don't have to be connected to the internet to read, and I think that is a very much of a blessing because life without the internet is very uh, stress free, I think. And sure, I do have stresses still in this life, but the internet, I think, was a big stressor of mine. You know, you have these apps, you get notifications, and it's always dinging. I don't want that. I very much enjoy this life. Now, okay, something I was going to say earlier. I have learned through all this that there are a whole lot of stores that offer free wireless internet connection. And you can sit in the Walmart parking lot. Okay, so I don't want you to take advantage of this because I'm a big customer of Walmart. So a lot of times I'll go buy my groceries at Walmart, and then I'll sit in the parking lot, and I have this iPad. That's what I'm filming this on right now. And I have an iPad. I can connect to the Wi-Fi at Walmart in the parking lot, and I can use the internet while I'm at Walmart. I don't need internet at my home. I can just see. I make a list if I need to. I make a list of what I want to research when I get on the internet. So, say I'm at my apartment and I say, "Oh, I need to go online and do such and such." Well, I have a little piece of paper, a notepad. It's on my desk over there, and I'll just write it down, and I'll say I need to go to this website, and whatever it might be for my insurance or something. I need to send something in, or create an account, or do something online, or check my email, or say. And so I'll just write that down, and then when I get on the internet, I'll check my email. I'll do whatever I need to do on the internet, and I haven't had any problems. I mean, sure. Now, if you're doing something every day on the internet, I could see where that might be a problem. I mean, you're going to have to drive to a internet access, and right now, well, I just joined. I joined the local church here, and I'm now a certified Southern Baptist. I used to be a member of the Society of Friends. Well, I grew up in the Friends Church, or also known as the Quakers, but I have decided in the past 2 or 3 years, I believe I was thinking more towards the Baptist denomination of Christianity, and so I have joined the Southern Baptists, and I'm liking it so far. I just got baptized last week, and I'm really enjoying life here, I think. Anyway, I say all that to say that I just got connected to the Wi-Fi at my local church, which is 7 minutes up the road. So I believe that is my closest wireless internet access. I mean, other than one of my neighbors, she said, "Oh, you're welcome to come down my front porch and use my Wi-Fi," but I don't want to bother anybody like that unless it was just an emergency and I needed to get on the internet. But I can't think of a case that I might need to do that. I have a cell phone. I can call 911 if there's an emergency, or call somebody. And so I don't see that being the case. But I believe my church is the closest Wi-Fi access now. Before it was Walmart, which is I can get there in 10, it may be 10 minutes, but usually more than that, closer to 15 minutes. That Walmart has Wi-Fi access 24 hours a day, so I can go up there. Since I work the night shift, I can go up there in the middle of the night and just use the internet if I need to, and send messages back. I don't know about since I'm on the night shift, sometimes I reply to messages in the middle of the night, and I really hope I'm not waking people up, because they'll send me messages during the day and then I won't see them till I connect to Wi-Fi, and that's typically it's in the evening or after dark, and then I reply and I feel like, man, I hope I'm not bothering those people, but it is what it is when you work the night shift, I guess. But okay, getting back to the basic summary of this video, I do believe life is better without constant access to the internet in your home, because well, first of all, the internet is I guess I should say it this way: the internet can be a time waster. Well, right now you're probably watching this video on YouTube, and YouTube, oh man, YouTube is a huge time waster for myself. YouTube will get you with those with those things they have. They can monitor your watching, and then they recommend you videos that are interesting to you. That's what troubles me, because I I say, oh, I'll just watch this one video, and then next thing I know, it recommends me another video. And I'll say, oh, I'll just watch this. It's only 2 minutes. And then I'll say, oh, I'll watch this one too. It's only a couple minutes. And then next thing you know, you go to your screen time app and it says you've wasted about 3 hours today. And so that is another thing that I've noticed on my iPad. It'll say, one day it said, your screen time was about 75% down last week. And I thought that was funny. Because I was using it in the dorms at college. We had an internet connection there, so I was able to use it in my dorm and on campus. But now that I've moved away from campus, I moved away off campus in April, so I have not had internet access in my home since then, in my place of residence. And it has been very freeing, I tell you what. And second of all, the internet can be a dangerous place. There are a lot of evil things on there, and I think if we don't monitor our internet access, if we don't really check ourselves regularly, often enough, we can go into those dark places of the internet. And it might be Facebook is a dark place for you, or it might be eBay, it might be some online game that you're playing, and it's just wasting your time, and there might be people on there that are bullying you or doing all kinds of things that are making your life worse. And I believe that if we distance ourselves from that stuff, that negativity on social media, that negativity of the internet, I believe the internet is just now don't get me wrong, the internet is a great place, but the internet is also just a dark web of negativity, and I don't want to be connected to it constantly. I would much rather read novels. I would much rather talk to people in person. I don't want to do all this Zoom meeting stuff. I don't want to do virtual stuff a lot unless I have to. Like, I mean, I'm planning to get my master's degree online, and I'll have to do that virtually. Well, I mean, I don't have to, but it's a 40-minute drive to the school from my house, and I don't want to drive up there twice a week just to go to a class when I can do it online. I might drive up there once a week or once every couple weeks just to go to the library and get my books and use their Wi-Fi. They have Wi-Fi at the school I can use, and since I don't have Wi-Fi here, and watch lectures and that are going to be recorded and things like that. Of course, I have the textbooks in hard copy version, so I can read those here without internet access, and then just go to the school or Walmart or wherever to use the internet for assignments that I do need internet access. So life with a flip phone is very freeing. Life without a smartphone is very freeing. I would encourage you to get one of these and get rid of social medias. Now, I still have my social media accounts, and I get on there occasionally when I connect to Wi-Fi, but not all the time. You know, some people are addicted to those things, and I do not want to be one of those people. I don't want to be a sheep listening to every little post and every little thing and tweet and all this stuff that people are posting on social media. I really don't care that much, honestly. I just want to live my life free from all this stress of social media and that the internet does, and just Anyway, I should probably stop there. But anyway, this phone, another plus side to a flip phone, is this thing brand new costs $30. Now, sometimes I'll text people at work on my breaks, and so I sit outside usually at break time, and there's some benches outside, so I'll just sit out there, and I had left my phone on the bench, and when I went back inside to go back to work, I didn't realize I left my phone on the bench. Well, about time I was getting ready to leave work, I reached in my pocket and I said, something's missing in my pocket. And I said, I don't have my phone with me. And I thought back, I said, well, I was just texting somebody when I was on break. And I said, oh, I bet I left it on that bench. Well, it had been 3 hours since I'd been out there. And so I said, oh man, I hope nobody stole it. And sure enough, I went back out there. My phone was right there sitting on the bench. Nobody had touched it. And I think if it had been a smartphone, somebody probably would have stolen it. But thankfully, God was looking after me that day and allowed me to keep my flip phone. Because, I mean, it wouldn't have been a whole disaster, but I would have had to get a new phone shipped to me. And then I would have had to, I guess I would have had to sign into my account online and request a stolen phone, or like report a stolen phone and request a new phone. I'm not sure how that would work. I guess I would have to buy one, and then now I have my contacts written in a hard copy phone book, so just in case I do lose this phone, I have all my numbers that were in here, so that wouldn't be a big problem, but I would have to re-enter those numbers, and I'm not sure what would happen if somebody stole this, or if it got broken. I guess I would just request a new phone and they would put my phone number through that device, I'm assuming. But anyway, this cost me $30 brand new, and I pay about, for unlimited calling and texting, I pay about $29 a month, $29 or $29.50 a month, and that's just a total fee. It's $25 flat rate for my plan, plus the taxes and fees about $4.50, something like that. So it equals out to about $29.50 or so a month, which I think is a great deal, and I think it's a great way. You know, I can stay in touch with people, and I don't have to pay a fortune. And I love not having internet access so far, and 3 months without internet has been great for me, and I hope to make an update of this video in the future at some point, and see how I'm doing without internet. So far it's been great. With a flip phone and no internet, I'm loving it. So I hope y'all have a good day, and I hope if you've watched this whole video, I'd tell you what, it's about 23 minutes. Well, I appreciate you watching it. I hope you learned something from this video, or maybe give something about no internet or no smartphone a thought. If nothing else, it's just hopefully something to think about.